Hey everyone, Rushlock here, and we're starting a Cetra campaign requested by Human. I haven't played much Tomb Kings. I've got a couple hundred hours in Total War overall. Probably several hundred hours, but I play mostly dwarves, so... I've mucked around with this faction one other time with Cetra. My vague memory is basically tar pit things down with spears, and then have your damage dealers apply after that, with Cetra doing their AoE ability to burn down enemy blocks as quickly as possible. Tomb Kings are interesting in that the more units they lose, they get a progress bar to unleash other abilities per battle. And we'll take a closer look at those as we get in here. We're going to go, I believe, clockwise from our starting position. Let's make sure I'm telling you right. Alright, so we're going to go into Numos, into Qatar, then into Springs. We have a prince here joining. Here we have Cetra, the Imperishable. These are our triggers, maybe? Okay. So nothing yet. The Imperishable, as our treasury increases, we get a buff to rating income and buildings for local. They stack up per level. Great King gives us 10% replenishment for this army. Leadership aura size is doubled, and we get local recruitment capacity +1. Campaign effect comes from Great King. Let's look at the Prince here. Unit capacity, we get +1 chariots for skeleton chariots. This guy gets a buff when on a skeleton chariot, which he starts with a horse first, so that's his second mount, I believe. It's displayed down there. I presume this is like a Thane for the dwarves, or maybe not equal, of course, but in terms of their function and role. Tomb Kings, their buildings allow you to recruit it right away. The recruiting itself costs nothing, and there's no upkeep. The limitation is you can only have a certain number of particular units. The spearmen and the warriors are your like spammables. You can have as many of those as you like, but you can see different units here will have a limitation on how many per army. We're going to view our first fight here. We'll give you a preview of the battle. The battlefield, pretty open. We'll head on in. So basically I want the halberds to engage here. And then I want the spear or the sword staggered to come apply damage from a flanking position. This guy early on is going to be pretty weak, but if I can have him soak like an enemy spear, just tie them up or something. Maybe they're a weaker spear, maybe not the actual halberd on their side. And then once everything's engaged, we'll send Cetra in to go in and try to AoE the bigger block. Chariot archers, we'll have to micro a lot, going around the flanks and trying to harass the enemy. And then our own archers are just there to support the melee fighters. Let's go here. Looks like a nighttime battle, maybe. Most people I see play the game group up their heroes or any special units. I group everything typically, mostly for me to keep track of where they are and what they're doing. It certainly isn't mandatory. A little bit wider there. We want to go really wide with these guys, have them on that part, and then put the swords in like a hollow center. More like that. Put these guys here. Again, I want the spears to engage first. Just have everyone move forward. Kick you out, kick you out. These guys can shoot and run, so as long as they're on a target, that's all I really care about. Why my army stopped, but let's see if we can get to that hill over there. So not much value in not engaging early, so apply what damage we can there, prevent their archers from shooting back. Put them over there. Let's see if the archers will shoot something else once they get in range. Have them move over here. Have them go there. Let's have them go in there. Alright, they didn't engage on the flank like I'd hoped. Something got stacked up here. My swords. Yes, have them come over that way. Let's have you come up that way. Let's have you go there. Let's have you go there. Let's have you shoot those. I want to get you on cooldown as quick as possible. Very good. Let's also have you cast a spell on yourself. Get in there. Get on those guys immediately. Let's have you flank them. Sit you in the back, actually. Bounce back and forth. Chariots are still firing. Once they run out of ammo, we'll use them as a backline unit. So let's try to get them in position to do so. Archers are about to break. Well, they won't break, but they'll be eliminated. Alright, our hero's not taking a lot of damage. That's good. Let's have you shock back over this way. Bounce them back and forth between those two targets would be great. Perfect. Run them out of ammo. The enemy archers are down. My archers are still up and firing. Let's have you shoot those. Very good. Morale on my guys is quite low. Let's get in there again. You shoot that one. I think these guys' morale is so low because they're fighting on two fronts. So I imagine that's the problem. Get them back on there. Keep you on this guy. Okay. Let's have you fight these guys. Get you back on them. Keep you here. Wait for that ammo to run out. Let's go ahead and have you move into position. Ammo down on that guy. Hit these guys. Once their ammo's down, we'll charge in. Their leader is still up. I'll have them hit and run. Very good. Have them reset. Have these. Punch these guys in the back. And they're good. Alright, their guy's dying. Perfect. Alright, Cetra lost about half his health. Hence the close victory. We had one unit of swords drop below half. The halberds held up pretty well. Cetra didn't seem to take a lot of damage until the very end there. He seemed to be holding up pretty well until that point. We might be taking a city this turn. Or a settlement, but then we'll recruit. The swords are pretty replaceable. It's just warriors, I believe. Let's see what the rewards are going to be, though. $1,500 XP. Want the jars, I think. Replenishment seems nominal at this point. Treasury, we don't want to use money a lot other than building. The movement could be great, but... We gained a follower. Wound recovery time and corruption reduction. Let's go with the prince. He's going to be in the army for a while, so I don't know if I want to grab the XP at first or the leadership and charge bonus. He wasn't moving around a lot in that battle, but it might change if he gets the skeletal steed and the skeleton chariot later on, but let's do training for now since it can build up over time. I don't have a lot of knowledge of the units themselves, so I know I won't be using them effectively. Probably grab this one for the XP bonus as well. We'll probably grab Route Marcher next. Then we get into his spells, maybe. 7 units in the garrison. Close victory, medium casualties. We would lose the warrior we don't care about. if we auto-resolve. In the current game state of Warhammer 3, at least from the content creators I watch, which are mainly Elitch, auto-resolve is in a very strange state. Like, you have to pay very close attention to your auto-resolve offers and find yourself in situations where you're incentivized to auto-resolve more than you may normally care to do so. Our side of the battlefield is pretty open. They've got 3 swords, 2 spears, and 2 archers. Let's see. I know there's something you can do to save your groups, but I always forget to do it, so... swords, nope, tomb guards. So let's have these guys spread out. Worked pretty well last time. Well, the swords here. Archers behind them. Chariots to the flanks. And then our specials here and here. And start. Let's get these guys marching. They're going to be uphill for most no matter what we do, so as long as we don't engage them at the crest, it should be fine. Let's have you... We do a lot of kiting. I have an archer on each side, so... Returning fire, try to spread them out a bit. Cetra's a lot lower health than I would like. Shoot these. They have shields? They do, okay. Let's have them come back behind the line here. So they can draw in the other shooters. Let's have the Tomb Guard go up. Let's have the swords go up. We'll have the other characters go in afterward. Okay. Don't like the swords here. Let's have these all shots. Let's go there. Let's have you shoot them. Have you hit those. Get you into those. Let's have you come around this side. Let me get him in there so we can really get the ability off. Very good. So have you get into those guys. So have you shoot here. You shoot there. Lord under attack, we are aware. Hopefully... Let's get these swords buffed. Get you onto those. Let's have you hit these guys. Hope that'll bust their morale. Very good. The spears are almost down. Their archers are doing great though. Much better than I would like. 45 seconds. Okay. I don't really have a character. Alright, that one went down. Let's get on this guy. The sword's about to break. The prince made a pretty good push into there. Let's have him go over this way. Our halberd should greatly outclass them. He is just wrecking our guy. I don't know why the guy won't stay on target. I have ammo. Charge them. Let's have you shoot over there. He's going to spawn in my backfield soon. Oh yeah, they don't have the caster on this, never mind. Oh, they have the ability though, okay. At least I assume they get the ability even if they don't have a lord. I could be wrong. Man, they didn't like that charge at all. It lost me as I killed. Shoot over there. Alright, they're broken. Everything's breaking. That should be it. Cetra didn't get popped. I could have used his ability one more time. I was too busy microing all the different unit types that I'm not familiar with, so there's that to consider. But we'll take the city, we'll replenish, we'll be able to recruit. We can get rid of any units that aren't worth salvaging. Cetra had the second highest kill count after the one unit of the Tomb Guards. The Prince did better here. Not a lot of kills, but we need to feed him a lot of XP to get him anywhere close to being useful. We'll be doing this playthrough in a kind of an episodic format where we're going for a short campaign victory, of course. If I get a little bit of time after gym time to play, I might mix it between streams and recordings, but it'll end up on YouTube. And of course, if any of you have played Tomb Kings more than I, which is a very low bar to achieve, always feel free to post your comments and with feedback and input. I will definitely read them. Movements. So I don't know the units well enough to have confidence in going red line. That's something you guys could really put comments into and give feedback for. Spells, we definitely want to get into. It's a hell of a defensive buff there, I like that. Buff your shooties, slow down the enemy. Restless Dead, triggers when casting. Oh. Passive, regeneration. The whole battlefield gets ooh, really? Okay. That's a really interesting spell. Well, not spell, but effect. I just gotta make sure I'm casting this as much as possible. Let's go blue line for now, though. Get some early XP. Cetra's gonna be healing up a little bit. Let's look at our city, or town. Getting capacity for archers and warriors. That gives us chariots. This seems like the base, yeah, the base military building. Tier 3, Tier 2. Gold mine. Only one rank of that's strange. Already have those. Don't want anything else more complicated at the moment. Tier 2 for Ishtabi. Scorpions. Way off from all that. Let's see, we need level 2. We can garrison. Carrion, control and corruption reduction. Hello, growth. Replenishment and corruption reduction. Income, which we don't use the same way that our factions do. We get a buff for movements when we start in our current region. Whenever I see things like this for them or the Empire, I always think like they're not supposed to expand, or if they do expand, they better maintain these types of infrastructure consistently. We're gonna go for growth now, since I don't really know what else to prioritize with this faction. We definitely need to recruit. Those are all conditional. Let's grab the warriors for more damage. I want a bunch of spears, personally. I feel like I'm gonna like the chariots more than the shooty chariots. I feel like the shooty chariots just take more micro than I want to do. I definitely want to lose the Tomb Guard. Grab a spear for now. Let's grab one of the chariots for now. We can grab spears next turn. Okay. Tech-wise, oh my god, am I lost? Like, I want to go left to right, but I understand you can pick any dynasty you want, especially if they're probably in line with certain units that you want to prioritize or focus on. Me not knowing the unit types well enough. Look at that, 14 turns before we see the payoff for it. Holy crap. Warriors and chariots. Ammo for chariots. Reload time for chariots. I don't dislike the shooty chariots, I just dislike the micro. And that's only because I'm uncomfortable with the faction so far. Warrior buff. and warrior and chariot buff, so I better learn how to use those. The warriors he's gained access to, so we'll see how they perform. You get another Lord. You hit these thresholds. Ambusher, Stalker, Charge, melee attack for the army. Okay, and range for the army. Range seems pretty pointless though. Income, leadership, Laura, ward save. Capacity for the War Sphinx, armor, construction time. Trade and armor. Ushitabi. Or Shushapti? I can't say the word. Melee attack for personal, and then +6 to a certain unit in the army. It's gonna be really specialized then. Looks like we've got the Lich Priest one. And then capacity for Skeleton Archer chariots. Chariots in general, speed, weapon strength, missile strength. Alright, so I'll go for this one. Alright, turn 1 diplomacy. Again, we have the Tomb Kings. We're at war with 3 factions, one of them being vampire counts. That's the springs we're going to try and take last. So our next attack should eliminate Numas. Scarbrand isn't too far away. Thoric isn't too far away, so I don't want to make any deals with goblins. I want the dwarves to be the stronger ally there. Let's pass it. We should have time for at least one more battle, if not the one after. I don't know if there's another enemy lord nearby or not. I think we need all 3 of these to secure our province. I don't have an estimation for how many turns it's going to take to get the short campaign victory, but I guess we can look at the win conditions. I think it's just eliminate 3 factions and... yeah, destroy 3 factions, get to 30 settlements sacked or razed or occupied or looted. And the reward is a replenishments bonus. It's interesting. Doesn't seem very big. Alright, you have leveled up again. Let's take a look at the more proficient in combat. Not the skill I want. I guess I always go for jars too, but... alright, army cannot reach the next town. They don't have a, what you call it, a encamp stance, I don't think. It's either ambush or raid. This is their, like, super ambush, isn't it? Oh, this is their encamp. Replenishes and recruits. Immune to most attrition. Ambush defense, sand veil. Okay. It's channeling for them. Let's go there. Grab more units. The other chariots and the rest of the spears. That takes me to 20 units. Okay. I don't know why I thought I'd have 1 less there. He hasn't recruited yet, but he's going to recruit next turn. So, let's see if we revealed anything interesting on diplomacy. Looks like some goblins. We couldn't have attacked the city this turn anyway, so... I don't think Route Marcher would have made the difference if we took it sooner, so... I think we got into the blue lines, I think we already have it. Alright. He is plus 5 units from our previous turn. It's still recruiting. We'd be facing off against the Lord with 2 swords, 3 spears, and his garrison of 2 warriors. A sword, 2 spears, and 2 archers. Let's look at the map. Shouldn't be walled. Nope, it's open field. Auto-resolve would cost us the warriors and 2 of our base spears. And who knows what other casualties. We're obviously going to fight it. In Cetra we trust. We haven't gotten any items for him yet, so he can't yet just wade in there and impose his will. The reinforcement time should be very short for their allies. Coming from the settlement, might be like 5 seconds or something. I don't think we can do anything to draw out the first corps. Maybe we can. Maybe we can get the first group to advance on us. I don't know the AI behavior, so I guess we'll find out once we get in there. Start deployments. Get them tagged. Okay. Shooty and non-shooty chariots. Maybe I want to harass them with the chariots in general. It's a big downhill slope, but open terrain. I can take the high ground here. Such as it is. Whereas they'll be charging onto me in the trees. So let's do this one, I think. I can probably keep the chariots over there as well. We can make our line. Just gotta be sure I know where I want to put this. That's probably sufficient. No, this is fine, because I can just march them to the side afterward. Yeah. Okay. And then swords. Stay relatively narrow, actually. Okay. Let's move them up. Get them a bit closer in preparation. Okay. Let's get Cetra here. Prince here. Shooties can go wide. And just leave the chariots. So the chariots we definitely don't want to engage early on. Oh, can we hide them? Even better. And these, I don't mind engaging early on. I want to move my line first. Let's do that. I want to kite these guys in, I think. Oh, hold on. Wrong archers. Wrong chariots. I'll kite them and pull them over if I can. I've got 2 swords. I'd like to catch them with the proper chariots, but these guys are setting up on the hill correctly. Let's see if I can shoot their leader. Alright, that got them moving. Let's see if we can pull them in. Anything I can do to get them to break their formation up a little bit before they catch the main line. Alright, it seems like they're content to march that way. Chariots are still not visible. I'm worried that once he gets into the trees, he's going to see my units, though. I mean, I can move mine, that's fine, but these guys should be pretty much out of ammo before these guys even show up, I imagine. Okay, I can't see his unit anymore. So Him away. Do any damage? A little bit of damage. I'll keep them in range still. There's a sword exposed. I can see 2 of their spears. They've got one more spear in there, though. There he is. He can't see. He can only see one of my guys so far. Nope, now I can see 3. Let's move these around. These nerds will be shooting soon. I'm worried about the main line now. Perfect. Very good. I don't know why those guys ever stopped, but they did. Wanted them to hit swords, but they didn't get there. Can they turn on these guys? Yeah, there we go. Let's go in for hits and see if they can disengage. Let's go there. Let's go there. Going there. Let's move you forward. Have you go over there. Let's have you get on their guy. Alright, proper chariots have obliterated that unit very well. Let's have them kite off. Chariot archers are almost out of ammo. Let's have these guys advance a bit. I'm not sure why that has damage on it. Maybe it's from a previous battle. Charge them back in again. Very good. That's what I wanted to see. Alright, 7 needs to come back. Bring their archers in more. That flank is holding. He's doing fine here. Broke that one. Let's have you get on this guy. Let's have you get on that guy. See if we can break them quick enough. No morale loss. Let's see if we have them reform over there. They're going heavy on that side. Etc. Shift. Let's have them charge their archers. Let's have these guys engage. Left flank's gonna be in trouble. Let's have them charge in this way. Want him getting flanked. Very good. Warriors come in. He's only got 1 unit on him, so I don't want to go too crazy yet. Let's see if I can pull them over there. Chariots are doing work. I like it. The warriors are going to try and reinforce there, but we're not going to let that happen. Very good. Only did 1 damage, or 1 unit worth of contact. Oh, I got in my backfield, that son of a gun. Let's do this. Just lose the archer, won't care about it. We can kill that leader, though. Somebody not fighting. It's these guys. Send them over there. Those warriors don't like this. Let's get them out of main combat. Send them in. Archers are down. Get his buff going. Should have buffed the warriors now that I think about it. Alright, these guys need orders. Come over there. These chariots are trying to die for some reason. I don't know what. I completely fell asleep at the wheel on them. Those warriors do warrior things. Let's see if we can shoot the warriors. Took one leader down. Let's go for the other one. Send warriors after them. Let's go so we can pin this guy. These guys are still doing great. Let's have these guys shoot them. Fantastic. Charge them in the back. Alright, there they go. Let's see what the bill is going to be. Close victory, we lost about 15%. One archer, I can live with that. A chariot that I flubbed. Entirely my own fault. Sent them on the archers and saw the warriors going for them. Made comment of it and then never looked back at them again. It's interesting that the Skellies are like a far more disposable unit than I'm used to after playing so much dwarves. Archers did account well for themselves. Well, the chariot archers. I don't know about the regular archers. Seem to be mostly spectators. I'm guessing that the archers in this army are mostly for just providing the debuff that a unit is under fire. And they don't really seem to serve much purpose after that. From what I've seen so far. Look at the warriors, man. Like 142 kills in that warrior unit. All I gotta do is put them in a position where they can flank, and seems like they'll do work. Because they were sized up with the Tomb Guard here, and just were able to go to town. 2300 XP, a little bit of coin. One archer lost, we'll take the city. It's 90 jars. We got the steed on Cetra and the prince. Faction destroyed. Both of them will be back to full power next turn. I like how the steeds and mounts are now automatic. You don't have to assign them or spend a point on them to get them. We'll get into probably defense. Still no items yet. I'm looking at replenishment and or spells. I really want that pass. This one here. I didn't really cast this enough, though, to proc that, which I need to get better at. 2 points in the Soul Reaper. Double check replenishment. Yeah, okay. Alright, Chariot will be mostly good next turn. Rest of the army is going to be fine next turn. We lost one unit. Let's replace it. We're looking at replacing the Archer. We're grabbing another Spear. The Spears are far less micromanagey. I understand we're going to want a lot more unit under fire type situations, but we're going to go for the Spear for now. Let's look at our craftables. We're going to need way more jars and trading materials. We've opened up this right by filling up our army once. I need to get the Casket of Souls, I guess. That's the way to go. It's my first time using it, so I don't know where the... I guess I can recruit it, so I can cancel my current recruit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. 440 range, huge missile strength. This is the bad boy. Light of Death. The keeper of the casket may allow some of the tormented spirits trapped inside to escape, not for mercy, but to let the damned souls rain down upon a loosely specified area. Okay. Right, glad we thought about that. This place has a growth building already. We'll get a settlement upgrade next turn as well, or at least the option to build one. And of course we're going to go for the Springs of Eternal Life next. I'm trying to finish this first province. That's our only settlement. They have very little military, okay. Their garrison is 11. I don't see a lord yet. Maybe we'll see that next turn. Diplomacy has expanded. We've got eyes on Manfred now, the Drakenhof Conclave, Skarbrand, Exiles of Khorne. Nothing else to recruit, nothing to build. Here we go. I would like to, in this episode, take the springs, but I don't think we can get there in one turn. So we're going to move, camp probably, and try to take it the next turn. I do these sessions after gym time. I need to leave a little bit early today. This is irrelevant to the video, I guess, but I need to pick up diapers for little man. Only leave like 15 minutes early to do that. I need to get gas too, though. Alright, Cetra. Another ancillary. Chariot will be fine next turn. We can do... come out of stance first. That's not good. Alright, so we're going to have to go far over here. Normal movements. No vision on a lord. I don't like that. I don't want to force march. Can I get there next turn, basically? Yeah, looks like I can. So we'll do that. There's no stance I want to take, so... Ooh, we do want to build a building. I'm guessing I lack money. Yep. Same expenses for upgrading your settlements, so we need cash money to do that. This is fine. Interesting. Okay, so... growth isn't really the limiting factor here. Or at least not as much as the having the coin. Which I guess maybe that's why I'm seeing all these raiding buffs where we want to go into enemy territory and just steal the money that we can while we can every turn. I would want way more vision though if I were raiding. I wouldn't want to be a raid stance and then have an NPC just dump on us. Let's see if there's any news this turn. Oh, looks like we're going in. Now, will this be a walled city with 11 garrison? Nope. Low casualties, decisive victory. They've got... Ooh, I forgot this is undead, not vampires. And they have no garrison commander. So we can't just kill one thing and win. We're going to have to watch out for the wolves and the fell bats. But otherwise, we should be able to shoot those and just get an easy grinder for Cetra. Battlefield looks pretty open otherwise. The elevation seems to be in the middle, so I shouldn't be downhill at all either. In fact, we might actually have a hill to set up on, in which case we can bring our shooties more to bear. And we have the artillery, so I didn't think about that as well. My first time using it. At least in Warhammer 3. I have no memory of Warhammer 2's use of it. Those ghouls and skellies, just fodder. We'll get to Cetra to delete those. Start deployments. Okay. Over there for now. We'll use this hill as our setup. I'll set them there. Yeah, okay. Swords. Put them here. Let's put... them there. A couple of shooties. We gotta make sure the artillery doesn't get foobarred. I still have no idea how to use this. It doesn't set up like a dwarven artillery, so all I see is ridiculous range and me wondering how in the world I'm going to use it. We've got chariots still to move. They don't have any shooties, so I just want to get them to the back line in general. And then these guys, I guess, can set up front and then just kite away, and maybe we can pull the The bat's over. Try to miss any units back there. Very good. Okay, let them come to us. I'll shoot the wolves even. I'll shoot the flyers as well. Here they come. The other archers will get in range, but there we go. There we go. Now, what kind of unit is he? Okay. Let's have them circle. Now, what is this thing doing? It's shooting. If it does AoE, let's do that. These guys got caught. Swords are good things to charge into. So I'm going to hit them and then pull away. Go ahead and pull them away. Do very well over there. The spears do well against the wolves. They may not even make it to my lines the way they're behaving so far. Let's have you pull off. Let's have you hit them. Let's have you hit them. Pull off. Very good. Pull off. Hit somebody else. Have it hit these guys. There we go. Hit these guys. Hit them from a different angle. See if we can combo them. Very good. Let them get hit again. I like it. So we burn them that way. And these guys hit. Cetra may not even get involved here. Have them peel away off this way. Let's have you shoot this one. You hit them. You hit these. Not very clumped. Let's charge right through and hit these guys. Then pull away. Go that way. Have them hits. Alright, we got their leader. Send this guy over here. Charge into those. Come over this way. Let's have you hold fire. Alright, we broke him. That was incredibly easier than I thought it was going to be. I guess with the enemy composition, though, there wasn't a lot of utility on their side. All they could really do was march to their death. I definitely expected them to clump up more and then have such a go clean it up. The chariots were far more effective than I expected. I just have to be up for the micromanagement. Best part, no significant damage to our troops or our front lines, so they should be fine within the turn. 14 turns, though, to begin the process. And we need 200 jars to get the second Lord up and running. Just seems like it's going to be a long time for Tomb Guards to get there, or Tomb Kings to get their second and third armies. It doesn't really lend itself to the idea of expansion. That's what I'm used to. It's just expand, expand, expand. But at the same time, I haven't played a lot of factions, so this is good for expose myself to different playstyles. There's 120 on the jars. Province is secured. I don't know which of these I want to focus on. Wow. Well, it's in province only. That's great for basing out of here, though. Recruit rank up, which is nice, but the 20% replenishment, damn. Melee defense, and then ambush chance. If we want to, like, bait people into us. Control and reduce construction. Growth 25. Campaign movement. Yep, we're going to do that one. Alright, the new place has something we don't need. Okay. Let's go to the army. This prince is going to get more combat proficients. Let's make them hard to hit. Scratch that. So here's my concern. When an ability goes from 20 or plus 20 to plus 15, and then ultimately I presume to plus 50, yeah. 20, 15, 15 is just not attractive. Whereas you look at hard to hit, you can go plus 3, plus 4, plus 5. Like, that's proper scaling. There could be other mechanics in play that make training have to go this way, but like for intuitive purposes. Let's go to here. I know we can do that from here, but I always forget. 1 point to spend. We're just in level 6. I forgot we have mounts now, too. I could have closed those distances a lot faster. So about those chariots. Where are they at? Skelly archers and the Screaming Skull catapults. For ammo. I presume damage later. Yeah, missile strength. Armor and melee defense. So that's just for... Well, the warriors get a defensive buff. That's really for just making your tomb guard and your spearmen better blocks. It's horsemen I'm looking for. Oh, here we are. Melee attack. Skeleton. Yeah, well, I guess once they run out of ammo. Reload time. Charge bonus. I don't have a strong enough understanding of charge bonus value, or like diminishing rate of return. Nothing there I'm using currently. Nothing there I'm using currently. What does reanimate do? Oh, leadership. That's just a big buff for all the rank 7s. I'm wondering, Lightning Strike just seems such good utility. Like, the whole bottom blue line always just seems like the safe bet in general. And I want more XP. What's going to get me more XP? More kills. What will give me more kills? Probably more spells. Replenishment's been fine so far. Recruit rank and local capacity. We're not really struggling with capacity. I don't know if I'm going to be lightning striking early enough to like not want to prioritize spells. So I really want to grab that. Wind casting. So is it for the duration? This is a good question for anyone who's watching this later. When I cast, specifically this Cursed Blades buff, does this proc for a full 25 seconds? Or is this only proccing while my person is casting? Because triggers when casting spells. It's a trigger. It doesn't mean, you know, on and off. Excuse me. Oh, duration 7 seconds. I'm just dumb. I'm sorry. Reading is hard. Okay, so whenever you cast a spell, you get 7 seconds to the heal. Passive for all your undead. And that has almost 100% uptime, so we're definitely going to slam those. And... cool. Province secured. First episode completed. Had to mute for a quick gym cough, but we are good to go. We'll see you in the next video. Turn 5 completes, and hopefully the first 5 of many in the series. We'll see you next time.